want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that smile and my heart starts racing when I'm with you. When I'm with you. Can't get enough of this, being with you, it's like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that?
Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to paint this wall in Heather's room black. But first, I got a few things for my room as well, and I am fixing to do something in here. Not sure the paint color yet. Not real positive what I'm going to do, but I know I'm going to build a headboard and I'm going to paint this room and just do a few things like that. But I had bought some new sheets for Heather's bed and my bed, and I did go back and get Allison some flannel sheets too. They were just so comfortable. She loved them. So we went back tonight while she was at volleyball and got her some sheets. But I had washed these sheets, just got them out of the dryer, and my comforter as well. This comforter is about 5 years old, and I bought it at Target, and it is the softest comforter. It is my most favorite comforter, and I will not part with it. I will use it until it is threadbare. It is so comfortable, and it may not look the greatest, but it's held up wonderfully, so you can't ask for any more than that. But I did buy this red throw blanket. It is a full queen. This bed is just a full, but this blanket is a full queen, and I just spread that all over my bed just to give it a little pop of color in here. I know my kids aggravate me, and you guys have mentioned it too in the comments that I need to do something for my room for myself, and I do. I just don't. And I've always been like that. I mean, I think when you have kids, your priorities shift a little bit, and if it's do something for your kids or something for yourself, most of us choose our kids, and that's what I do for sure, and a lot of other people too. But Heather really liked the black color upstairs in the bonus room, so she mentioned several times that she would love to have this wall painted iron ore. And somebody did ask me if I would tell what color paint, and I thought I did, but it is iron ore by Sherwin-Williams, but it is Behr paint from Home Depot. So you can just walk up to the counter in Home Depot and say, I want iron ore by Sherwin-Williams, and they will mix it for you. So they can mix all of their colors. So that's really cool because I do like the Behr paint.
Slow down, hold on, take a breath. If I could, I'll make me feel less. Something in my brain causes stress. So come on, make me feel different. You wanna hold, don't hold back. Oh, your little drama's got me mad, and I don't need to tell you facts. You know I always want you back, girl. I could give you a big bad surprise. Let you take your time. Sure you wanna dive. Treat me nice and I'll save you a slice. Baby, it's time to...
As you can probably tell, I had a lot of help on this day from all of these animals, but Heather did help me push this bed out. One of you guys told me to get Moving Man, the little sliders that go under your furniture, because we tried to move this bed once before and we could not budge it because it is super heavy. But when you told me that, it reminded me that we did have some of those in the garage. So anyway, we used those and that helped so much. It was still really heavy and it was hard to slide, but much easier. At least we could pull it out from the wall. So Heather helped me move the bed, and then she went in the living room and laid on the couch and slept the rest of the evening. She had been sick for a few days before this, and she was trying to work some energy up because she was going to go back to work the next day, but she just felt terrible. So I was like, just go rest. Don't rush it. Don't push yourself. I've got this. And Allison jumped in and said so many times, Heather, go lay down. I'll help Mom. Go lay down, go rest. So Allison jumped in and helped me. And let me tell you, she helped me so much. And she did such a good job, because normally she will paint for 5 minutes and she's done. But on this day, I think she knew that I needed her and that Heather needed her to help, and she did it. She killed it. You'll see in just a little bit. She helps me so much.
We're soaring up high, got no clue. How do I know what I mean to you? Yeah. Say it out loud, spill the truth. Tell me how I'm gonna get close to you. Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me.
This is one of my absolute favorite things to do, is to trim things out. I'm not crazy about rolling, but I love to trim. There is something so satisfying about making those clean lines. And the more I paint, the better I'm getting. We have painted over the past year, oh my gosh, so much. You know, we painted ours and my parents and my aunts, and I've painted friends' cabinets and my brother's house. Oh, and my baby nursery. But I have bought so much paint that I can walk up to the counter at Home Depot and they'll put my phone number in. They just know. And they know I do YouTube. So I think that's pretty cool. And they'll be like, there's our YouTube girl and all this stuff. And it's just cute. It's a little embarrassing sometimes, actually, if there's a whole lot of people there. But anyway, yeah. So this must seem hard to a lot of people, because I have so many people that tell me that I have such a steady hand and I trim so well. But I just use a 1-inch angled paintbrush. And if you'll just put some paint on your brush, don't let it get too dry, or then you're going to try too hard and you're going to make mistakes. And of course, don't have it just dripping off your brush, but get a good amount of paint on your brush and let that paintbrush glide until it bumps the corner, until it's right at the trim, and just glide your brush. I promise it is not as hard as it looks. I know so many people say that I'm so good at it and all this stuff, and no, I'm really not. It's not hard, I promise. You just need to get the right brush and just feel for that edge.
Exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside.
Know what he's thinking when he'd rather spend his Christmas holiday with someone else. I guess he stopped thinking about me. Yeah. I don't know what he's thinking when he says that he's been driving all night, all day to celebrate Christmas with me. But he's not here, and I'm not there.
Allison started laughing and she was like, Mom, I hope you got that on camera. And I was like, what? And she was like, Daisy just slid down this pole like a firefighter. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I didn't know she had fell. I thought she was just trying to get down. But when I watched this footage back, she couldn't get her grip up on that wood. So I guess she just slid down, but she took it well, apparently. But you have no idea how happy it makes my heart that Allison wanted to jump in and be my painting partner on this day instead of Heather and let her rest. And I'm so glad that she's learning how to do things like this, not just necessarily painting, but I want to raise my kids to be independent. I want her to be able to do things like this by herself. I was pretty sheltered growing up, and my dad did everything for me as far as things that, are a little complicated. I know he did show me how to check the air pressure in my tires and how to check my oil and stuff like that. But as far as, bigger things, he just always took care of it for me. And then, of course, Alden took care of things like that for me too. And he still does. He would do anything I ask him to do. He is amazing. He really is. But there was a time that when we first separated, he wouldn't have done it for me, and I wouldn't have asked him. I would have died first, and he'd have probably died before he did it. So we've came a long way. But I see now the importance of my kids being independent and my kids learning how to do things like that. It's not a man's job necessarily to take care of things that are outside the home or things like this. And it's not necessarily a woman's job to take care of inside of the house. I think a man should help a woman. I think a woman should help a man. If I had a little boy, I would want him to jump in and help his wife. I'd want him to learn how to do laundry and clean and things like that. So on the other hand, I want my girls to be able to do things like this. And for her to be 12 years old, she, for one, did a pretty good job with her angle because she asked me if she could film it. I was eating and I said, sure. So I was like, turn the camera on, all that stuff. Well, of course she did. She's been around it a while, so she knows how to do all that. But she did so good. Look at the angle, and then she did not bump the ceiling. She didn't get out of the lines. I did put a drop cloth down for her because I was a little worried that is black paint on, light colored carpet. But she did so good. There was no runs. I told her, I said, don't put too much on your paintbrush. You don't want your paint to run, but you need to keep enough paint on your roller because if your roller ends up too dry, it'll just take paint off the wall instead of putting it on the wall. So she did so good. It just makes me so happy to watch this back and just see how much she did. She could have went to her room or been on her phone or done a million other things besides help me because I wouldn't have asked her to help me paint. I just wouldn't have. She's 12, and who asked a 12-year-old to paint the inside of the house with black paint and light colored carpet? But she asked, and I wanted to let her help Heather more so than me.
Sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
I wasn't real sure how this wall was going to look painted dark, and that window to the right of the bed just kind of throws me off in this room. It just seems like there should be a window on the other side of the bed. I don't know, it's just odd. And I have talked to her and asked her if she wanted to rearrange her room, but the only way she could do it really is just to put that headboard in front of the window, and I don't think she wants to do that. So this is just the way it is. It's just a little odd, but after I got this wall painted, I thought it looked really good, but I had bought a picture for her to hang above her bed, and it's just gray and silver, and it's shiny, and it's so not her because it's so glammy, and she's not a real girly girl, but she loved it. I honestly think she loved it. I mean, of course, she probably wouldn't tell me if she hated it. Well, she might tell me if she hated it. She wouldn't tell anybody else if she hated it, but she loved it. She really did. And the only other thing I bought for this room was I bought her a set of flannel sheets. Like I said earlier in the video, I bought us all 3 a set. So I had washed her sheets and dried them while I was painting, so I just needed to put everything back where it went. If I was smart, I probably should have cleaned this room up before I started the paint, but I just pulled the bed out and just dove right in, but I should have probably cleaned the room first because at this point it was late and I was a little overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie. I was on my own. Allison had went to bed. She had school and Heather was asleep and I was like, oh man, I have a mess, but I wanted to go ahead and get it done. She needed to come in here and go to bed. So after I got all this done, actually right before I got all of this done, she came in here and opened the door and kind of ruined it. I was like, no, I'm not done. But, I was pretty much done. I had the bed made at that point and I was just cleaning some things up. So anyway, if you notice the rug in front of my mirror, Tracy bought me that rug. A subscriber that is such a sweet friend to me now, she sent me this rug and she cracked me up because she was like, it says that a rug has been delivered to your house, but it also says it's in the mailbox. So I'm not sure how a rug fits in a mailbox. And I was like, well, I was thinking what kind of rug, and I wasn't even really thinking of a small rug for in front of that mirror, but I love it. So cute. And it is so stained up already, and I love that because I see all the stuff landing on this rug instead of on my carpet. So yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. But I think that picture just broke up some of that black and it was the perfect size above that headboard. And I just love it. I think that it looks so good. Wasn't sure what she was going to think about it, but she did like it. So the sign above the mirror says our perfect chaos because it is always chaos in this house. It was actually purple glittery, and one of the kids had bought that for Heather for birthday or Christmas or something. I can't remember, but I thought if I went over that with the iron ore, just my wet paint brush, just give it a dusting, that it would look really good. And I do think it looks good on that grage being the color of the other wall. So I was going to make the bed and I turned the flat sheet upside down so that when I turned the blanket down, the pretty side of the sheet would be facing up. I've seen so many people on YouTube do that. So I did that so that when she walked in, she would notice her sheets right away. And I do think that's pretty. These sheets are amazing. They are so comfortable. I figured mine would burn me up, but it didn't. And I asked Heather, did your sheets burn you up? And she was like, no, I didn't sweat. I slept so good. And I was like, yeah, me too. And then, of course, we went and got Allison some tonight because she loved ours so much. The only difference in Allison's, hers is gray plaid instead of the red. But her comforter's pink, so the gray looks better with hers anyway. Because these are sheets I'll use all winter. That necessarily doesn't mean Christmas to me, just the flannel plaid. If it's cold, I'm going to use them. Heather has some Santa sheets, and she'll use them all year long. We don't care. I mean, it's not like anybody's going to walk in and look at her sheets or my sheets. I don't care. She don't care. So, we're just practical around here. If they're clean and our other sheets are dirty, we'll just use whatever.
Wandering and fading, I know there is something more than this.
This is where Heather had walked in because I can see that I was talking to her. So the room was almost done. I just needed to vacuum. I didn't dust on this night because this was probably 11 or 11:30 and I was exhausted. I was done. So anyway, this project cost me $60. We already had the paint. This was the leftover paint from upstairs. And then her sheets were $29 and that sign was $29. So it cost me roughly $60. I did shop the house a little bit. I went around and I got a few things from different places just to sit around on her nightstands and her dresser, and I did get that blanket from the dining room. It was across the chair that the Grinch is sitting in, so I did just go shop the house. So rearrange your decor. You know, if you have something in the living room and it's been in there a while and you think it'll look good in a bedroom, that's a good idea. Just to switch it up, it'll feel kind of new to you again. But I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to leave a picture of my devotional, and I'll leave that here now so you can read that. I'm so proud of the way this room turned out, and Allison's proud of it too. She said, "Mom, that paint looks really good. I did a really good job. And will you leave me in the video rolling this paint?" And I was like, "Yes, I will." So she was very proud of herself, and I'm proud of her too. I want my kids to have a servant's heart, and I think that was shining through in this video with her wanting to help Heather and wanting to help me. I had sent my mom a picture, and I was like, "Look, I redid Heather's room," and my mom absolutely loved it. She was like, "The picture makes it, for one. The picture just sets that wall off, but I love that black wall." And if you know my mom, that is so not her. So the black just adds a nice touch to things, I think. But I love the black. I'm loving it. But anyway, I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you decide to paint something iron or in your house, send me pictures. I'd love to see it. I'm loving it. But I love you so much. Remember, Jesus loves you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.
You can have all the world. I wanna be a shining light, live a life that shows through the darkness, a fire burning in the night, be a hope for a world so broken, be a friend to the lonely, the joy that he showed me.